Hello and welcome to Yoga with Julia Wiley. My name is Julia. Now please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Today we're going to be doing a 20-minute full body stretch. Now this yoga is especially good for stress and anxiety relief. Today's yoga session is not going to be too intense, so there's going to be lots of gentle stretches, and please do focus on the breath. Let go of any stress. Find comfort in the poses. We're going to start off kneeling or sitting down if you prefer, and we're going to be doing a breathing technique to start. It's called the 4-7-8 technique. We're going to inhale to a count of 4, hold our breath for a count of 7, and then exhale for a count of 8, and we'll do 3 rounds of this. It's very calming, great for getting rid of anxiety, and should leave you feeling clear-headed and refreshed. So let's start. You can close your eyes if you prefer. Let's inhale for a count of 4, then hold your breath, and exhale for 8. Now inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold your breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now exhale through your mouth this time. And again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold your breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale through pursed lips. Well done. And then let your breath return to normal. Take your head gently over to the left now. You may like to bring your left hand on top of the head. Let the weight of the arm gently take the head over, feeling a lovely stretch down the right side of the neck. And then take your head over to the other side. Again, you can bring your right hand up on top of the head if you like. Breathing nice and deep and smooth. And release that. Drop your chin to your chest, roll your head slowly around one way. Keeping the breath long and deep and smooth. Keeping the inhales the same length as the exhales. And do it the other way. Feeling that nice stretch in the neck. Don't worry if it crunches and pops like Rice Krispies, that's perfectly normal. Now on an inhale, bring the head and shoulders up and back. Exhale, down and forward. Your chin drops to your chest here. Again, inhale, up and back. The shoulders, head lifts. Exhale, chin drops as your shoulders come down and forward. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And then bring your shoulders up around your ears. Squeeze them tight. Inhale here. And exhale, release. Again, inhale. Bring them up. Exhale, release. And one more time. Squeeze. And let them drop. And then come over onto your hands and knees, having the hands underneath the shoulders. Press your fingers into the mat. Have your tummy in nice and firmly here. And then as you inhale, look up like a wolf howling at the moon, lifting through the chest. And exhale into a cat curl, pressing the belly button up towards the back of the spine. A nice inhale again as you come into the wolf pose. And exhale nice and smoothly into the cat. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, wolf. And exhale, cat. And then take your hips back to your heels. Walk your hands out in front and let your head rest down in child's pose. This is a great yoga pose to relax in. And stretch your arms out nice and long. Pull back with the hips. And breathe here. Come up on your fingertips, walk yourself around to the right a little bit, taking the hips a little to the left, and enjoy this lovely stretch. And then walk around to the other side. Again, hips go a little bit to the opposite way, so hips are going to the right as your hands go to the left. And come back to the center, ease yourself down gently onto your tummy. Have your hands underneath the shoulders and press up into a cobra pose. Keep the shoulders pressing down and back. Lift up through the chest. Look up towards the ceiling. And then take it back again into child's pose. So just walk the hips back, let your head rest down, and then stretch your hands out in front and lengthen out through the fingers, spreading them wide, and then make tight fists. Again, spread the fingers wide and tight fists, and then let your hands relax. Bring yourself forward again into that cobra pose, dipping the hips, looking up, shoulders are back and down, and then ease it again gently back into child's pose. Take a breath here. From here, ease yourself very gently onto your knees. Bring your arms up overhead, looking up between your fingers, and then bend your elbows, pressing them backwards. Lift the chest towards the ceiling and arch your back. Reach up again. Inhale, lengthening the back and straightening it. And then as you exhale, arch the spine and bend the elbows back. So this is a variation of the fallen angel pose. Let's do it one more time. So stretch and lengthen, straighten the back, and then arch it. Lifting the chest towards the ceiling. It should feel wonderful. Hold it here for a breath. And then again, gently ease yourself back down into that child's pose. Relax into it. Now come forwards onto your tummy again. And let's do the seal pose. So this is similar to the cobra, except you take your hands a little bit to the sides of the mat. Let your shoulders relax. So this time the shoulders come right up close to your ears. Relax every muscle. And that's all you need to do in this pose. Nothing. Just let the pose do its own work. This is a great stretch, especially on the lower back. You might feel a little bit of discomfort. Stick with it if you can. If it's too painful, of course, don't do it. But we're going to go back into child in a moment, which is a counter pose. So this works on stretching out and releasing tension in the lower back. And then very gently ease back, slowly into that child's pose again. It should feel really nice. From here we're going to go to downward facing dog. Bring your hands back a little bit, tuck your toes under and press the hips up towards the ceiling. You may like to pedal the feet a few times if you like. Before pressing the heels down, push the mat away with your fingertips and let your head totally relax and breathe here. come to sitting. So walk yourself up towards your hands, ease yourself down, bringing the legs out in front of you and sit up tall. Rock the hips forward. You might even walk your feet forward, leaving your hips behind. Reach your arms up overhead, getting lots of length, and then bring yourself forward over your legs and bring your hands down to rest on your legs or on the mat, wherever you get to. And we're just going to relax into it for a few moments. So you don't need to pull or force anything, just wherever your head naturally comes to, let it relax. Ease yourself up. We're going to come into a boat pose. Take your weight onto your hips and stretch the legs up. Bring your arms out and find your balance here. You can have your knees bent or else have them straight if you can. And then cross your legs and rock yourself forwards and bring yourself very slowly back into child's pose. So hips back to the heels, walk your hands in front and relax here. Now we're going to come over to a legs up the wall pose. So you need a wall or else a very sturdy piece of furniture like this one, nothing that's going to fall over. Bring your hips right up as close as you can to your wall or whatever you're using. Bring the legs up and your arms out to the side. Just close your eyes and relax here for a moment. This is a great pose to reverse the flow of blood, bringing oxygen to the brain, leaving you feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. And then take your legs apart as wide as just feels comfortable for you and let them relax. You might find after a couple of breaths they naturally drop a little further apart, and that's fine. Don't take it to where it's uncomfortable. See how my legs just naturally drop a little further apart as I relax into this yoga pose. And then slowly bring the legs back up, and we're going to do a version of the pigeon pose. So bend your knees and push your hips up off the mat. Bring your left leg on top of the right thigh and then ease your hip down towards the mat. It may or may not reach the mat. And this is a great hip stretch, so you should feel it especially on the left hip, the one with the leg is bent. If you want to, you can gently press the left knee out to the side. If this is too much, just don't press it out or don't come down so far. Take it to where you can really relax into this pose. We want to be letting go of stress and not creating more stress. Let's press up with the foot against the wall, swap over to the other leg. So your right leg comes across this time and lower the hips down just as much as feels right for you. Breathe into it. And if you want to, you can very gently press that right knee out to the side with your right hand. I like to close my eyes with these poses. It helps me to really relax and let go. Just let gravity do its job. Trust in the pose. Pressing into the wall, release your leg and let yourself slowly come down onto the mat. bring yourself back around again, away from the wall. And then bring your knees in one at a time towards your body, hug them in and let yourself rock very gently side to side. Take the knees a little further away from your body here and then closer in. And then bring the feet to the floor. The legs are just hip width apart and let your knees just flop over to one side and then look out gently to the other side. Breathe and relax. And then take your legs up and let them gently flop over to the other side. Bring the knees back up to the center, hug them into the chest again, letting yourself rock very gently side to side. And if you want to, you can take this into the happy baby pose. You bring your feet up, grabbing the outside of the feet. Gently bring the knees down either side of the chest. And if you like, you can even rock gently side to side in this pose. Or else just gently bring the feet down towards you. And then release and slowly stretch your legs out along the floor. Bring your arms above your head and stretch the whole body out nice and long. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale, relax. Again, inhale, stretch. Exhale, relax. One more time. Stretch out long, inhale. And exhale, relax. Now bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet together and just let the knees flop out to the sides. Have your hands at a comfortable position just away from the sides with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. This is the reclining cobbler's pose. So take a few breaths here. It's a very restorative pose. Stretch your legs out again one by one, having them just a comfortable distance away from the body. Rock your legs back and forward a couple of times and let the feet just flop naturally out to the sides. Adjust your back so you're very comfortable. Close your eyes and then press your head down towards one side, one ear towards the mat, and then rock your head over to the other side, pressing the other ear towards the mat. Bring the head back to the center. Take another deep breath. Hold it. And then blow out through pursed lips. One more time. Inhale. Hold your breath. And exhale. Let your breath just naturally return to normal. Observe it with your mind as you relax here. Now you may like to go on and try one of my 5 or 10 minute meditations after this to truly relax and refresh the mind. Please do check out some of my other yoga videos. If you've enjoyed this one, please give me a thumbs up, and you may like to share this video with somebody else who might enjoy it too. Namaste.